So today's Saturday, and I'm headed out to Cincinnati for the YouTube Meetup. Tim Schmoyer had invited me and some other YouTubers to come out and, meet up. So that's what I'm doing today. Unfortunately, it's raining and it's cold outside, so hopefully it's not like that there in Cincinnati. So I'm about to head out there now. Yeah, so I went and got gas and got some food from Subway. And as I was coming back into my car, or was about to go back to my car, it started hailing out. And I'm like, really? Hail? So hopefully it's not this bad all day. So after I get to Cincinnati and I had to use the restroom, I went to UDF. Well, Tim Schmoyer had messaged everybody on the event page to let us say, hey, we're moving from the park and we're going to UDF. Well, I looked to go see what UDF it was, and it was like about 10-15 minutes away. So now I gotta go to that one. So hopefully everything works out. So I get here and I'm waiting for them to text me back to let me know if they're here or not, because I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes at UDF. So I'm about to head in if they don't respond here pretty soon. So they texted me back to let me know that they were here. They were behind the register in the little seating area, so I'm about to go in. You guys will see some of the footage. So
then all of a sudden Google purchases YouTube in the top 10 most subscribed in the history of YouTube at that moment, number 8 or 9. I'm probably the only individual. Everybody else is comedy groups, singer-songwriters, whatever. And then there's just a 40-year-old, 45-year-old, bald, average, not even that terribly interesting or funny, with long, simple videos, and so I ended up on the cover of newspapers, and because people wanted to know what's going on, why is YouTube a big deal, and so I'm doing interviews. They're saying, tell us what it is. Here's an average guy, getting famous. What's it like? How's it changed your life? And still, there's no change in my life. I mean, I don't make any money at it. No one knows what I'm doing. Nobody cares what I'm doing. My family and friends are begging me to stop. People are worried that we're going to get killed and attacked because
There was a couple of there were some weird things that happened.
The FBI ended up
Yeah, it was kind of weird for a little bit.
Yeah, a guy.
He's like one of his friends now. But
You make friends with people like this, but a guy got obsessed with our family and wanted to make sure that I responded to him. And when I wouldn't, and I didn't, he started Googling us, Googled the phone numbers to all the people that lived around me, called a lady, said that I had won millions of dollars, that I received millions of dollars from an uncle who owned a business that died, and told a big old crazy story, and I think he's done something with his wife, and police come to our house, and literally we're like, what's going on? And they're like, well, this guy on the internet. And I'm like, okay, this is hilarious. I wasn't scared, I thought it was funny. And so I said, the more we did it, the more we talked about it. I just said, here's my address, 116 West Columbus Street, Canal, Winchester, Ohio.
Yeah.
Come and get me, I'm here. And I was basically trying to prove the point that even when everybody knows everything about you, and I'm not hiding under the name Renetto anymore, I'm calling up the next one, it's still okay. Everybody, let's do this, because nobody cares and nobody's going to bother you. 8 years later, nobody's ever bothered us. A couple prank phone calls, never had a package, never had anybody visit my house.
got lots of packages.
No, baby, we're mean, like people are just being mean or doing.
No bombs.
So the family situation was really difficult. It still is, because I started video blogging, and I was like, there's no point in doing anything other than giving it all. There's just no point in it. If not, I'm making a show. And I said the greatest show on earth really is the reality of life. And if you could really feel like that person is just like you, and that person, and I was like, if I don't reveal our flaws and our faults and our insecurities and our fears, and my wife, hates YouTube, and my kids hate that I take a camera everywhere we go, and and all these things are happening, and I'm traveling here, and I'm blah blah blah. If I don't show it all, then there's no point in showing any of it for me as a video blogger. And I think YouTube liked what I was doing. They liked my enthusiasm. I messed with them, and eventually they reached out to me, and they said, almost like I said, as an unofficial spokesperson, because I didn't have an affiliation with Google, but things happened, and I started basically being almost like a community advocate. I got an idea one night, or we got an idea one night. I said, everybody tells me I'm trying to get people to video blog, and everybody says they don't video blog because they don't have a camera. So we ran a contest. I do not know a single person who has gone into YouTube and been successful. Maybe there are. The people that are successful are people that get on YouTube and find their voice. Then you don't care if anybody's watching. But it's real painful when you spend a week doing something that in your mind, this is going to be viral. People are going to love this. And then you get almost no views or something, and then you do a video where you fall down somewhere, or you say something funny, the right person sees it, they post it at the right place, and then you're like, so have you ever heard the saying, expectations are premeditated resentments? So they're disappointments, right? If you expect to be famous or try to make something to be famous, I find that dealing with all those the pain of all that work you went into is worse. And usually it's not even important. If you, like he said, if you absolutely love what you do, somehow, even if you're not talking a lot, somehow, even if there's not a lot of production, people can sense, I think they can, and I think they're drawn to you, and drawn to your passion, and drawn to your love, and drawn to your cause, and drawn to something deeper than your content. They find you from your content, but as soon as they look into your eyes, that I think is what keeps them. And if they don't see a joy in your eyes, then I think you're doomed from the beginning. And so, for me, I think people look in my eyes and they're like, this guy is completely serious, completely sold out. And that was a trap. And so as a video blogger, I would say anything that you can find that you are crazy in love with doing and being, you will find it, like you said, you will find an audience. And it'll be awesome. And they will love you for what you love. And that's the coolest part.
And they will forgive you for the flaws.
And they will forgive you for the flaws, because they're really cheering on your passion and the fact that you're going for it. That's what they love. That's what I would do if I were you.
Michael Buckley once said, if you want to talk about class tables, do it. It's your passion, do it. There is an audience for it, even if it's just 200 people, but just do it.
Well, he said it a lot faster. He's talked so fast.
Oh yeah, I know. He was on Twitter though.
They think that their content should deserve an audience as soon as they start, because they put a lot of work into it. They put a lot of passion.
This is so much better than all the other videos that get so many views. This sucks. This is a conspiracy against me.
Right. And YouTube, it's only working for the bigger guys. They only promote those. It's not true.
Right.
But I actually see that as it's actually really valuable to start small, because no one's content, regardless of who you are, it's not good. And so you can
Unless you're a professional content creator.
So Dan and I started a brand. I've been doing YouTube since 2005, right? So we started a new YouTube channel.
Can I get an old photo?
We started a brand new YouTube channel. It's a secret. I haven't told anyone what it is, because we just wanted to see how can we grow valuable content without any personality in it other than Dana's voice. It's only her hands. And
Unboxing stuff?
no, not unboxing stuff. But and just it's highly searchable content. How can it grow just based on SEO and quality content? And I'm fine. What I'm learning through that is it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how much you've done YouTube. When you start something new project on YouTube, you always have all these things to learn, and that just takes time. And so it's actually a gift to grow slowly, because if you get a huge influx of people, you're making all these mistakes, you'll lose them all really quickly.
Also, there's a massive pressure on your shoulders to keep performing the same way you do, knowing that you're probably not able to keep that up in the same way.
Yeah.
They want you to do that because those people want to see that particular thing. Like a character, for instance, it is a massive way, especially when you're not that person, to be on all the time. Because I know people, we know both people who are YouTubers or entertainment vendors who always doesn't matter where they are, they're always like, over the top.
Yeah, you guys remember like VidCon, everybody's doing this, and it's like they've all got cameras, and everyone's talking over top of each other, like I just did him, and it's totally normal.
Yeah, this is not really
That will,
like a real cool video.
if you don't do that all the time and you're not used to that, I would slowly lose my brain if not more.
It's super awkward to see people who normally do like those scripted vlogs actually talk on stage because those people are socially super awkward and they can't
They're all
talk
just
to
reading.
people. You're like,
Well, that's the fun thing. Like,
please just do videos.
we've done a couple of like small meetups. Like when we travel to, let's say, back to Europe, like in my country, in the Netherlands, we go to like a city and we say like, hey guys, if you happen to be in the area, let us know on Twitter or let us know somewhere so we can meet up for like half an hour. And they know that I am exactly the same person as I am on camera because I don't want to do that exaggerated thing because that's not what I am. I mean, I might be a little bit more awkward because I just don't know what to say to a person that I don't actually know, even though some of them have commented for like years by now. Or if I don't know that person, like facial-wise, what do you usually comment? What's your thing? What do you do? It's like,
No, what's your thumbnail? Oh, okay.
yeah, or your thumbnail, for instance. Like, what's like? I'm the one with the cat, and I usually say things like that. Oh, I know you. I like you now.
Yeah.
You're a nice person. Or when people are all of a sudden being an ass for something that I did wrong. These people, I don't know them, but I know that they genuinely mean it because if they don't voice their opinion normally, and I know that they're there. Like, not too long ago, we just had like a small stupid thing that happened, and they were like, "Yeah, you shouldn't do that anymore. That's stupid." Or you don't do it in that way anymore. Okay, thank you. At least I know now. And I know that you mean it.
I
Because
just realized my boundaries because these are real fans.
oh yeah.
They're not the people like just messing with me. I must have crossed the line.
You can tell the difference on the spot.
You can't.
We got handwritten letters from California, not signed. The person didn't want to tell us who it was. I'm pretty sure it's a male or female, whatever. I think it's a male. And basically they saw one vlog or whatever and was like, you're always eating pizza, you're going to Walmart and buying all the evil stuff. I go to Walmart maybe once a month.
You're supporting that evil.
Yeah.
Like you can't even go to Walmart. If you're a video blogger,
worse.
you don't wear a
guys need to
seatbelt.
eat-
I mean,
You guys need to
You
eat
eat
healthy.
healthy.
You need to
You
stop
eat
eating.
pizza and burgers and whatever. So they gave us a manual on how to eat healthy, and I'm like, I'm eating healthy like 95% of
And
that
5
stuff.
minutes before that, we actually went to like any other like not high fancy like store to get like fresh
went to Whole
fruits.
Foods right before that. But you
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
your-
exactly.
But you shot your video on Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 seconds later,
Funny.
like this is not like she eats more healthy food than most of you guys combined in a year probably. That's
And
how
the
bad
second,
it is.
we got two more letters, one postcard for him and a letter for me. It was
Yeah.
really like,
I was like, at those moments you're like, you didn't even actually take the moment. Like you took enough time to write the dang letter. You just didn't even watch the videos.
no, he read a headline
Yeah.
of a video which was pointing in one direction, made up their mind. They didn't watch the
Yeah,
video.
like if you are a viewer, you know certain things. And I tell them that all the time. Like if you are a legitimate viewer, you know what we do, you know what we think, you know our decisions based on our actions on our daily lives. If we do something stupid, you usually do it for a good reason. And if you come up with something like a ridiculous commentary, at least you can appreciate it that he took the time to write 3 letters almost, telling us how awful we ate and how awful we're at the gym daily. Like we take 2 hours almost out of our day to just walk on the treadmill.
They see max like 50 minutes
Yeah.
per day or 8, and that's like they judge from that.
Yeah. So what they do to us, they sort of help us as what friends would tell you, like, dude, you shouldn't do that anymore.
But they'll tell you their friends won't tell you because most of them are anonymous.
Yeah, and
So that's not so bad. It's like really good feedback
what they do to
most of
us,
the time.
we can do back like stuff.
Netherlands is like, we're Germany. Netherlands is 10 though.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
Germany.
what?
Yeah, 2 in 1.
She's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly. I was
Every American wants to come to Europe.
What do you guys think about Europe? That's how we
Everything
feel
you don't know.
as Europeans about the US. Yeah, there's a massive difference.
You're all dead. All 3 bad. Wait. So what's your channel? Wolf Princess 027. Oh God, hi. Hi. Oh God, we got here. I said recognize it was you because it was the box. Yeah. You leaned back and I was like, that's Sarah. I'm trying not to squeal right now.
So I had a blast with everybody. Everybody had a good time. Some people came from the park and stayed for a little bit and left. UDF, they really couldn't stay. So me and Tim and some other people got to hang out. Paul Renetto, I think that's how you say his last name, or whatever his YouTube name is. He came out and got to talk to us and tell us his story. So that was fun to listen to, and you guys get to see some of it. So back to go home where I can rest my head, because I worked last night and I gotta work again tonight. So safe travels to me and to everybody else.